Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Keep it up. He's coming. We got double up.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Henry. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Leo.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A first down carry for Henry. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Break. 50 seconds, Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go. You draw Porter.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check 43. Go.
He'll look to throw here. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Go to base. Hey, switch. Hey, check. Mike, hit me. Go. You mine. Check three.
They'll run on first down. Dillon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Set, hut, 6 yards. Watch the run. Check 52.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big run by the big man Fournette. 47 yards.
That's good for another Jacksonville first and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Now a carry for Dillon. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 9-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch safety creep.
Now Leonard Fournette. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there now. Check.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the scout troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here we go.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This is Freeman on first and 10. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Fournette running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Ready. Hey, go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Watch the out.
On first down, Dillon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Fournette, a first down carry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, switch gears. Safe. Alert 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
50. Come on, D. Shift. Out.
On the run, it's Fournette. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Kill. Check safety. Go. Motion. Check. Shift.
Back to throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And again this time to the tailback. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and makes creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Ready up. Mike 57. What we got?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. 3-5. Chopper. Shoot.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Go. Hey.
Looking to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
Intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. They're going to need some therapy after this. Look. Motion. Switch.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this 1st half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. On 1st down. It's Henry, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
61, Max back.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
60 outlaw.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Do.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Slow. No.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch out. 57's Mike. Watch it go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running it here with Peyton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now they try the right side here. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Hey, box truck.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Complete. Smith has it. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Let's see what you got. Check. Press down. Kill.
Kick 3. 218. Chop. Squeeze.
Now a handoff looking right. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Watch what you
Stand. Ready?
Now they try the right side here.
Watch the ship.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 57.
Go.
They'll drop the throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
That's it, huh?
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's get it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Able to shake him off. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Check back 50.
In your face.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Check. Yeah. Come to me, it's me. Up.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Here we go.
2nd and 13. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
132 fighter. Hey, Alpha.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. All day, baby, all day. 44 is the Mike. 40. Go.
Now back to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Give him 16 yards there. A Tennessee first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
5.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Big grip.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
And the Titans first down.
Come on.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, fellas.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
You ain't got nothing.
Look at me. Zipper.
Check. 42's
Yep.
the mic. Check. 42's the mic. I got you, son.
Smooth.
Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. I got you, boy. I got you.
Shoot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready, break.
Mike, Delta. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42. Coming to you. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Let's go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Touchdown, Tennessee. Albrecht Rosas lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, check 13. Check 13. Come on. You got time. Go. You got time right there. Joker. Run it.
On 3rd down, Fournette fighting through. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Dillon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. This will be taken at the 10. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Time to go, night.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
Here we go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help